See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast of them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hi, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Rose.
Jackie, it's good to see you back here again. This is Mark Dunlap. Everyone knows me. I'm trying out different first names. So you may not know me as Mark, but I feel like that's a good one.
Mark is good on its own, but I tell you what messes up Mark is you first hey, this is Mark. It's when you say Dunlap right after it, that ruins the whole thing. Just
I can see that because it's sort of like when you open your fucking mouth and say some dumbass shit.
Watch your mouth.
Trying to run me down.
You're the one opening your mouth and Phil comes out.
And I told you my name was Mark. Mark is part of the Bible. It's part of the Bible.
Mark sounds fine if you just go, hey, I'm Mark. Leave it like that. That's fine.
Mark. I wrote part of the Bible. Do you think that's how he used to introduce himself at parties?
Who?
Mark from the Bible Mark, Jesus Mark?
I don't know. I don't know how he introduced himself to it. I don't know what the etiquette was back in Bible times other than talking fancy. I don't know.
Let me throw some names out to you. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
I know who the disciples are.
Do you know what's the difference between them?
What do you mean? What's the difference between
What's the difference between
what's each one story and all that stuff?
Say Mark and Luke.
I'm not going to do a Bible study here with you.
You're not, huh? Because you're ashamed that you don't know.
I've told plenty of people I don't go to, read it as much as I should. It's been a long time.
Well, all them hypocrites. I don't know the difference either.
Well, I know you don't. I was saying maybe I should know a few, but I it don't come to me now. Again, people, as far as I know, don't listen to this on here for a Bible study. I think there's other ones like this that do this, that you can hear Bible study all day and all night, probably on the computer, can't you?
Oh, yeah. If you want to, listen, if you want to get on the computer and find the people talking a lot of crazy Bible stuff to you, it's on there. It ain't hard to find.
Don't have to be all crazy. Some people can just talk regular Bible stuff, It
didn't have to be, but I wonder. Also, I do know this. This is all I know, and it's just not a criticism of the Bible. Lord knows I ain't on here to start criticizing the Bible in our first 5 minutes of our weekly podcast. I'm on here just to ask some questions that maybe you had never thought of before. Did you ever think about how a lot of the first books of the New Testament, what are they called? The first new books?
There's an Old Testament, New Testament. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know Billy Graham was on the call. Now you really got right to the heart of it. Yeah, there's an Old Testament and a New Testament.
That's all that. What else you need to know about it? There's old and new. That's it. There ain't no, one of them. Jesus, when he talks, it's in red, depending on what kind of Bible you're reading. I think you want to go down the list. That's all. Again,
you could go I'd love to go down the list.
There are other places you can get on the computer and go listen and get factual, information concerning this. If that's,
The Gospels, that's the word I was trying to think of, right? The Gospels are the first 4 books. I'm glad Granny can't hear this. I mean, I could play it for her, but even then she wouldn't really hear it.
She wouldn't want to hear that. Don't do that to her. It's bad enough you live underneath it.
I live in the basement, just in case anybody's wondering what that means. Listen, Jesus had friends, employees, maybe, followers. They all got to write a book of the Bible, apparently. Some of them, I guess, just didn't make the cut. And then they put these first 4 ones, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And they're like, these are probably the most important ones because they come first in the new part. So they ain't old. And they're the first of the new. The first of the news is what they should call them.
The oldest of the news. The first of the new. I don't.
Somebody said, here's the story. But then they go through all this trouble of making a Bible. And then they tell Jesus stories, and they don't get their story straight. If I was a cop arresting disciples based on whether or not their story held up when we interrogated them in different books of the Bible,
What?
I'd be like, take them all to jail because these stories don't match up. That's all I wanted to say. The first 4 books of the Bible are all over the place.
Well, they're all writing their versions of the truth or whatever.
Sure, that's just like how you can have a Church of Christ that don't play no music, and you can have a Pentecostal church out there just bumping them bops. Everybody believes their own thing. That's why I believe, the Jesus I believe in may not conform to the stuck up square standards of your boring Jesus. It's because I probably believe in the coolest Jesus there is. You want to know what my Jesus stands for?
No, I don't. I don't think anybody else does either. I don't know why we're talking about all this, but
somebody may have stumbled on this podcast for the first time, and we just want to make sure that they know that every week we're on here having deep theological discussions.
it comes up. Bible comes up occasionally. I wouldn't say deep discussion, but no, we many times we discussed the Bible, sure. Also, many times we discussed Quincy.
Yep, Quincy would have had a good book of the Bible.
No,
like maybe they call it
blasphemous now. Look, Quincy
is blasphemous now.
No, you making the Bible have Quincy in it is blasphemous. Don't mix the two. Quincy, Jack Klugman, fine actor, good investigative show. He worked in the morgue. Fine, but now the Bible is completely different. One's a silly TV show, as good as it may be, and the other one, but you need to live your life by. Two different, don't mix them up.
Well, all I'm going to say is I wouldn't call adding Quincy to the Bible blasphemous. I'd call it thinking outside the box.
Look, if you're going to make a TV show of the Bible or a story of the Bible and he was still alive, him acting it, yeah, that'd be fine. He's a fine actor. He'd be good at any of them in there.
Jack Klugman would be good in a Bible movie. I don't know what he would be doing exactly.
He could play any of them. He could play Noah. He'd be good Noah. Him and all them animals. Come on now. He'd be better than Gladiator, I tell you that much.
Yeah, Jack Klugman with a bunch of animals on a boat would be good.
It'd be better than what Gladiator did. That didn't make no sense. That one was weird. I like a good Noah story, or I like V1 and people doing it, but I didn't like that one. I didn't like, and I usually like Gladiator. I like him, but he's not in that one, no.
Listen, first of all, before I forget, Quincy on Easter, like just they roll the stone away. Quincy's there just to let everybody know. Yep. I don't know what Quincy would say when he said he was dead. I don't know what the church line is. Is he's alive? He was dead. He's alive.
Well,
he's dead and alive. He rose.
In the choir, he arose, hallelujah, Christ arose.
Okay, so Quincy would have to be there after they killed him, like on Friday.
Well, the only way, if you're going to do this, which this is blasphemous, I want to make sure everybody knows this. No, you got to have him at both things. You can't have him at one and the other because he got to prove. You got to have him at the crucifixion where he goes, he's dead. He declares it. So, because otherwise, he ain't ever going to believe he was dead. If it's, on, and Quincy, that's what he does. He's sleuth. He figures it out.
He figures it out. But so what you'd have to have is a Quincy where at the end of it, you think he's going to solve it to be like, oh, Jesus didn't really rise up. But in the Bible version, he'd have to go, well, I tried my best, but yep. He's up there now.
Son of God, yeah. That's good. No, that's that. Now, if you're using Quincy in a way to
That's
teach.
all I was saying.
Yeah, that's fine. Now that's not blasphemy if you're using him to prove it. If Quincy's letting you know,
we're using Quincy to prove
Jesus, Son of God,
divinity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all I was saying.
If that any tools you can use that can get people to Jesus and accept Jesus in your heart, I think you give leeway for that. Because in Bible school they have to say funny little, say something about Snoopy or whatever, get the children's attention, and then then you go to. I don't know if kids are still like Snoopy. They did in the 70s. I don't know what they're like now, Transform or whatever. But you have to say a little something to get the child's attention. Yeah. And then Jesus, who's this Jesus fella? I like him. I didn't know he was with the Care Bears or whatever it is. Then you get their attention. So
that's how you write a Bible.
Well, I'm not, the Bible's written fine. I ain't saying rewrite the Bible. I'm saying using little things like this, little things like that to get people to, bring them to the Lord. That's fine.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad. Is this blasphemous? The Odd Couple on Noah's Ark. That was the second thing I was going to say. Like, if you have Jack Klugman on Noah's Ark, you might as well just have Tony Randall on there with him.
Well, no, what have his family on there with him? I don't know. He played the same age.
Just forget all the family. Noah.
Well, if they got divorced and he said, I was going to take my wife, but she left me. I told her the flood, she said, I'd rather that than get on there with you and all them animals, go bath them everywhere. And I got room. Who else? Well, my friend, he just got divorced.
That's it.
You help me shovel all this out, clean it out every now and then.
We'll
go. Also, you also live. They're about to flood the world.
So he's trying to clean up, like after all the birds and everything.
Well, you want Felix on there to clean up. I mean, you think you may be going too far, but with all them animals, I mean, you need to have someone that really likes the things sparkly clean to even attack you in any way, shape, or form.
Like in the opening sequence, you see Tony Randall walk into a room and it's a mess. And he's like, and he has like an apron and a feather duster. You're like, oh boy, some animal really messed that up. And then they pull back and it's just Jack Klugman eating a sandwich. He just threw his chips all over the place.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Maybe he's hanging out with a monkey. Maybe he's playing like cards with the orangutans, something like that. And then it shows outside the boat and the storm and all that.
I don't know why, but Jack Klugman's best when he's divorced in something.
Yeah.
Quincy, was he divorced or what was he? I think he was, wasn't he? Because he complained about having to pay not child support, just alimony. I don't know.
I hate my kids and they don't deserve $1. I'm a Los Angeles coroner. I work hard for this money. I don't know if he... Well, there was a famous case. We talked about it on our Patreon only podcast years ago. I wouldn't even know where to tell you to look. I guess we dove into. I thought about this
real
recently.
Life. That's different. That
was real life.
That Klugman's divorce or whatever.
I don't think it was a divorce.
Common law wife. No, it wasn't. She with a girlfriend lived with him, but they were together so long. You sued him for money, and he didn't want to give her no money. And yeah, it was ugly. It was unpleasant, right?
With all this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard stuff going on, and I hear people talking about it all the time. I'm like, that so basic, just really wrapped up in a celebrity soap opera, and then there's all these dudes online really like standing up for Johnny Depp or whatever. I'm like, I just don't. Come on, we've got more important things to worry about. And then I remembered how much time we spent on the Quincy case, looking for transcripts.
We still spending time on it right now.
We're doing it right now. We could be talking about Jesus.
Well, again, if you're somehow using to get Jack Klugman to do it, bring people to the Lord. If there's a way around it, figure it out.
I guarantee you, there's somebody planning a sermon right now after a week of watching Johnny Depp trial TikToks. There's a preacher somewhere going, well, I broke the code. I figured it out. I know what I'm going to talk about.
This is my favorite thing about hardly being on a computer looking at one. I miss all of this, what you talking about. I don't know. First thing, I mean, I think pictures of him sitting there on the news and stuff. And even like you said, all these people wanting to stand up for him or whatever. Whether he's guilty, unguilty, whatever, I don't know the circumstances or whatnot or who did what to who or all that. But just looking at him, it's not somebody I won't stand up for. Even if he's, 100% in the right. It's like I still.
Maybe he is. For all I know, everything has changed, and now he's 100% in the right. And the people standing up for Johnny Depp just happen to be the worst people on earth. But he's also right. That's exactly what could have happened because the internet is terrible.
Yeah.
And so maybe he is. I'm not choosing sides in this because I don't have any idea what's happened.
No, I don't. It don't matter to me one way or the other.
But Quincy, if anybody has any more info on Quincy or Jack Klugman or a Quincy-centric version of the Bible, let us know.
That ain't none of that out there. Nobody ever done that. I don't think so. Well, I didn't know he's gonna come out and talk about the Bible so much and Christianity. I wasn't planning on that. I'm always happy when we do, as long as you ain't making fun of being blasphemous. I'm happy to talk about it. Glad to talk about it. I won't go so far as say is that I'm witnessing because I don't want to go that far. Is all I'm saying. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it, like bringing attention to the Bible and the good Lord anytime I can. I like doing it. But I've got a little flack this week, and I won't say right now. Anyone that listens to this knows for damn sure that I don't give two damns about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Never agreed with the woman in my life. Don't have nothing to do with her. Don't want to ever have nothing to do with her. We on the opposite spectrum, the other side of the world. Nothing I can come together with other than I had some issues at one time. If people remember back, if some listeners on here, if you listen, with Catholic Town. Now, it wasn't anything personal. It was a misunderstanding. But people say, well, that Jackie, he hates Catholic, which I don't. I don't hate Catholics. I hate that the Catholic Church has covered up child abuse and molestation for generations and generations. That's what I don't like, along with some other stuff, getting up, sitting down, light can all. But mainly that, but also nothing personal. It's just, I just have our issues. We separate on that. But I ain't out at the Catholics. Don't have nothing against Catholics. I never once said that Satan was in the Vatican, I guess, or over there with the Pope doing whatever, running the Catholic Church. Never thought that, to be honest with you. Well, if I did, I was wrong. I might have thought it a couple of times, but I'm wrong. I'm admitting it right now. So no, I didn't say that before her. She didn't say it after me, or what. That has no connection whatsoever. I'm fine with Catholicism and practicing Catholics. I embrace each and every one of you. As a Christian, I accept you and all that, and I hope you do the same for me. So, and as far as I know, the devil don't have nothing to do with any of it, I guess.
I wouldn't go that far. No, GOP, they won't go after Mass and Cawthorn. Somebody explained to me why everybody's out, why the Republicans are going after Mass and Cawthorn, but not Marjorie Taylor Greene. After she said that Satan is controlling the Catholic Church. Literally, Satan is controlling the church. And by the way, Jackie, she said that on Right Wing Watch. In an interview with Right Wing Watch, which I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure you've never been on it.
No.
Now, when you talked about hating Catholics, you were usually just confiding in, your best friends or whoever was in the store. You weren't doing interviews about how Satan. I mean, and everyone could tell that you were just.
Also, my particular beef at the time, like I said, to put it all behind me, my particular issues with the Catholic Church did not also involve taking care of migrants in any way. That wasn't that. That's why I thought that's what church's supposed to do. That's one of the plus signs I put on over there for them. If you take care of people in need, that's what church's supposed to do. So that's fine. That wouldn't make me jump to the devil. It was mainly the children being abused and stuff for that's terrible enough. But then to cover it up for centuries. Yeah.
She brought Satan was controlling the church when they're helping migrants, but when then conservative, what's his name? Conservative president of the Catholic League for Religious and Civil Rights, which is a conservative group, Bill Donahue, when he criticized her for saying that Satan was in control of that's when she said, "Oh, these fucking pedophiles." Basically, her statement after that was really like, "How dare this?" Which is, Republicans really just don't care about pedophiles until they need to go after somebody.
Like Walt Disney.
It's never step one. It's like the second letter they send you. It's like, it's not what they're going to, if they were going to pick a fight with you in a bar, it would be, "Oh, you support gay marriage, huh? I'll give you're trying to indoctrinate our children." Well, I guess that's kind of step one when they don't say gay.
Well, yeah.
No. Even then, that's still like, that's a step 3 or 4. That's not what they started with. They started with, how can we fight a culture war and get votes? Or possibly, how can we roll back the progress we've made on LGBTQ issues? But they didn't say, you know what, who we need to protect is our children. Nobody ever wants to protect the children.
Nope.
No Republican leadership is sitting in their office going, how do we protect the children? They're like, they got a list of about 7 or 8 other things. And they're like, how can we use protecting the children to accomplish these things here? Or when somebody gets in their way, like Disney or the Catholic Church, these are not small organizations. I'd say they're about equal in influence and power. You just call them child molesters. But you don't have to be the Catholic Church or Disney to be calling. They'll call, you're on the school board, they call it a teacher. A teacher, you could make $15,000 a year buying damn highlighters with your own money, and they'll call you a child molester. It doesn't matter if they're not. That's not just for you think, oh yes, they're going after the poor gay teachers or the teachers who've stood up. It doesn't matter. Maybe you're in their parking space. You can be the damn homophobic football coach. That's a stereotype, but a lot of times these are based in truth. And you could be in there, you could have a little altercation in the damn parking lot on the way to the contentious school board meeting, and then they're like, "This pedophile football coach." Name another grown man that hangs out with a muscular teenage boy in showers all day. All day.
Well, it ain't. Well.
I'm saying that's what they say. I'm not saying it.
All right, good. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Listen, my days of being beat up by a high school football coach ended in high school. But Jackie, you're right. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Satan is controlling the Catholic Church because they help migrants. Then when they say, "Hey," she goes, "You fucking child molesting." DeSantis, when we were young, you could watch cartoons without having to worry. Disney's making sex cartoons.
Yeah.
That's the new thing they're all saying. Ted Cruz said it. He wants to see a Mickey and Pluto going at it.
Why?
And what we want to see, we talked about this last time. If you made a Mickey and Goofy show where there, I would watch that, and that sounds great. How would they work out all their issues? I don't know. They'd have a lot to get through, and I'd be rooting for them every week. But he wanted to see some weird cartoon bestiality. That's Ted Cruz.
Well, yeah.
How about you? Okay, what turns Ted Cruz on? Just like a man and a dog. You think, oh yeah, oof, Ted Cruz is weird. Now that's not enough. Well, what about a mouse and a dog? Maybe, but can the mouse have man-like qualities? And the dog too? Nope, the dog's just a fucking dog. I want a big man-like mouse.
All right.
And
Don't
his
say the
pet.
language with it. All right.
My name is Ted Cruz. This is what turns me on. So DeSantis also, when we were young, you could watch cartoons without having to worry. That's what Ron DeSantis said. When Ron DeSantis was young, like there was like on Tuesdays they showed only the racist Tom and Jerry's. Like you didn't, we didn't have to worry about nothing. Yeah, maybe you didn't, Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is really trying to create a world where he doesn't have to worry about nothing.
I don't remember a time when cartoons were not problematic in some form or fashion at some time or another. Not for the sexy stuff, but what you said.
Yeah, people always, after he said this, there was a bunch of Twitter responses, which I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be going on Twitter. That's a whole other thing we got to talk about pretty soon.
I don't already. And so I ain't worried about it. He can do whatever he wants with it. I hope he lose money on it. And also, everybody always gonna let Trump get back on. Let Trump get back on there. If you want the midterms not to be the entire slaughter that it looks like it's set up to be, by all means, let him get on Treasure, because he will cost them at most 3 or 4 Senate House seats. Let him do it.
It's just, I just seen Trump be on there as Elon Musk. I can't handle everybody getting mad at everything he's saying.
One's actually rich and one actually isn't, but they're both full of it and full of themselves and say that they're rich. I don't know a whole lot of difference. We should be glad that Elon Musk just spent all of his money buying Twitters instead of investing in his own campaign.
This is also great. Yeah, that's coming. We can worry about that. You think we'll still be doing our podcast when Elon Musk runs for president?
Oh, God, please don't even. Kill me now. I don't. No. Hopefully, like Twitter fail, he loses all of his money and look like an idiot for buying it. That's the best that can happen. I hope it doesn't make a dime off Twizzlers.
You gonna get on TikTok?
I don't know how to if I wanted to. Wouldn't know.
First of all, this is great. Elon Musk being on Twitter. That way I can stop apologizing for never updating our Twitter or being on Twitter anymore. I can just say, I can't go on there anymore since Elon Musk bought it. And it's a good excuse, and it's literally kind of true, because everything just drives me crazy these days. Oh, Jackie, I just start looking at things. I get so crazy. The other thing is when you get on TikTok, Jackie, we can start making all these little comedy videos. Have you ever thought about doing that, making funny videos?
Why would I do that? I don't. Why would anybody waste time doing that?
Now they got a thing where people do videos and they talk to each other, playing different parts. Like they're talking to themselves. It'd be like if I had a channel that was like Dunlap TikTok funny 69 420 69, it would be me coming into, like, I don't know, I'd have a green screen behind me and it'd be like a Bath and Body Works, and I'd be like, hey, can you get me some more of this lotion? And then I'd also be the man, sure, what do you need all that lotion for? Like I work there, see? And then I'd be me, I got a chapped taint, I got to put all this lotion on it. And then it'd be the man, oh, that's too bad. And it'd be like, at Dunlap. Funny 420. Or you don't have to stop at 2. You could they could be 3 or 4 people that you play in, 7 or 8. Chap taint, huh? Hey, Jerry, come here, look at this guy's taint. And then I'd be Jerry. What, a taint? Let me see it. And then I'd be, hey, Carrie, come out here. Carrie, like a woman. Oh, let's see it. Jillian. Oh, let's take a look. Same kind of voice, but you
look at what? What do you? I don't know.
Taint, my taint. And I'd be like, well, I didn't know everybody's gonna come out here and look at my taint. And then be like, at Dunlap 469. Funny. That's what TikTok is.
I don't know what it is.
I just told you.
Well, I didn't know what that was either.
So I don't know. Maybe Elon Musk will buy the Bible and put more free speech in it. Like the Bible just seems, I can't do Elon Musk. Bible just seems like it doesn't have enough free speech. Because I mean, I read there's plenty of violence and sexism and racism, but I think there should be more. That's what free speech is, right?
I don't afraid
Sexism, violence, and racism.
Well, I mean, it seems like a lot of people who say whatever the hell they want are upset that they can't. I don't understand any of that. It don't make a bit of sense to me. It's like people mad at Twizzlers because they won't let them be as awful as they can. I can only be so awful on here. It ain't doing me no favors.
He's literally the richest person in the world who just bought Twitter because he was worried about free speech. Boy, I tell you, when these rich guys get worried about free speech, all they do is just spend the money they've amassed from everybody else's work and buy a major media outlet. Seems like the opposite of what you'd want to do.
Well, what Amazon Bezos, he owns the newspaper, right?
Yep.
Yep.
He owns a newspaper. People on Facebook, which is what Facebook is. Look, you know what? At some point, it's all gone past us. Like we have to sit here and talk about, well, Facebook is a public utility. Like, is that where you thought we'd be when we started 15 years ago? Or it'd be like me coming in, hey, Facebook is a public utility. Then I'd be like a surfer, like, oh, dude, Facebook is a public utility. You know how they talk?
No.
And then maybe I'd be like the shark coming to get them. Like, that's what I've been saying. That's TikTok.
That sounds like McGruff crime dog there, a little bit.
Oh, it could have been McGruff.
Oh, Quincy, a little Quincy too. A little bit of Quincy in that.
I think Quincy did the voice from McGruff.
That makes sense. That sounds right. He should have done more cartoon stuff. He didn't do enough, I don't think.
No, he should have been. He could be in one of these, but I don't know if he's in any of them Rankin Bass Christmas shows, but he would have been a good Scrooge or
he'd do any of it. He's
a version of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Snowman, Frosty's dad.
He'd be Rudolph himself if, he'd be fine.
I can't say a fucking thing.
Hey, he don't.
Well, they'd bleep him.
But you didn't have to bleep him. It ain't like Quincy was had a filthy mouth or anything.
Yeah, he was gruff, not.
He wasn't. No, it's not
cursing.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't curse nobody. And the only thing racist he did is run a finger up a woman's leg every week.
Well, everything is. Listen, don't listen. When we're done here, you're gonna sit back in your recliner, turn on Me TV. You'd be like, none of this is problematic. Wrong. All of it. Jackie?
Right.
Speaking of freedom of speech, the FDA is going to ban menthol cigarettes.
I heard that. Yep. I caught wind of that. Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't smoke anymore. Is that correct?
No, I don't smoke. No, sir. I'm proud to say I quit. A doctor told me I don't drink no more and I don't smoke no more. Doctor, because I guess I wouldn't be allowed today if I still doing either one of them. But he said, he said, don't do it no more. And I said, yes, sir, I want to live a little bit longer. Why? I don't know. I'll be honest. But still, I said, I'm proud I quit years ago. Yeah.
Then tell me this. I heard Devon told me that you spent $800 on Cool Mile 100s at the tobacco outlet.
Well, that's, if I wanted to start up again, that, I ain't planning on it. I'm just saying if I had, that's the only way
They said you had to back your truck up to the front door and they were just throwing them in there.
Well, I don't know if it wasn't like a whole bunch, like, it just, it's like if I had a relapse or something, then, that's it. That's all I'm going to have right there. It's just, I'm just getting
like a prepper.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
A prepper for a relapse.
Well, just in the cigarette situation, just that alone, just those cigarettes, they ain't gonna be here no more. Like, look, some people got generators, you're being prepared and stuff. Me, I got a freezer full of Cool Mile 100s. I hope I don't ever have to get to them, and I ain't planning on it. But hey, just in case, right?
I hope it makes you feel better. You think at some point you're just going to start smoking again? You're going to be like, well, I'm not long for this world. I might as well just.
And look, if I get past the 100 mark, what difference does it make? Go ahead, start then. It's almost, although, my mama, bless her soul, she went on past that a little further. So I don't know. But at some point, it's like, just give me a damn cigarette. I don't, and all these old folks home and whatnot. If they used to think, no, sure, can't have smoke. So why not just let them? They should have a home where you just let people go do the drugs and drink and it ain't gonna be much worse. It'll probably be more fun than a regular one. I mean, you're still gonna have to clean up the mess and deal with all that, but this one at least will be a little more lively.
No, that's a good old folks home. I'd like to go to that one.
Well,
now.
Yeah, I mean, well, you don't need to be there hanging out, but that should be an option,
They'd probably be in Florida,
huh?
Florida would be a good place for that. Old folks home.
Oh, weather's nice, yeah.
Or Las Vegas, it'd be like Nicolas Cage movie, only with like Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, or Jack Klugman and Tony Randall.
Or Nicolas Cage playing it now.
Yeah. A lot of options.
Just let him do it again. Let him do it again. I wish they'd let a lot of people like revisit the role, made them famous once they get, 70 or something or whatever. I think that'd be fascinating to see. Like, how good an actor are you? Let me see you do that, do it again. Why don't you?
Yeah, do it. That'd be a good show. Do it again. Why don't you? Then you get old actors on there to do the thing they were famous for.
TV show better. That way you don't have to sit through the whole movie. You just pick out the scene in it, do it again. Why don't you? And then let them get up there and, let's see if you still got it, whatever it is you did. Maybe not, if it's a bunch of dancing or something, but just acting or whatever, I
keep thinking it'd be stuff from like the 70s and 60s, but like everybody's dead. It'd be like from 2000. It'd be like she's all that, having to do that movie again.
What's the Al Pacino, Al De Niro?
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Well, that's, he's up there in age. Yeah.
They've gone they passed it. There's a sweet spot and they're past it.
Yeah.
Although, actually, real life is a little bit like this, because look at Star Wars.
What is it?
Star Wars. You get Harrison Ford back in there.
Oh, they all did it. Yeah, they already did all that.
You do it again. Yeah. Do it again. Why don't you?
Do it again. Why don't you? A lot of people wanted to see him do it again. That's why it made, all the money.
But I guess you could do it with like Witness.
Oh, he's a police officer in that. Yeah, he'd go back, have to go back to the Amish again. Yeah. They kill somebody else.
This is where it all happened. It's him. But he got like a grandson who's like a new policeman and a new Amish. I always make him more.
What's the difference between a new Amish and the old? They're the same.
Yeah, but young and fresh faced.
I guess, but they don't act no different. They stay already old to begin with. To start with, they was old in the first one.
And what is it with you? Just Catholics, Amish?
I ain't judging it one way or another. They own cover wagons, they got the bonnet and all that, butter turn, whatever it is. They ain't changed since then. They the same. Well, I guess you say the same thing about Harrison Ford, just got older. Yeah. I don't know.
He knows how to make furniture. And so does Jesus, to tie it all back together. Jackie, before we go, we can talk about Donald Trump. Let's pick a thing to talk about Donald Trump. We can talk about all the Kevin McCarthy.
Oh, everybody talk about that. Oh, he lied. Really? Well, of course he did. Like, oh, he's on here. He lied. Yeah, I know. Well, they don't. They gonna be mad about that. Well, no. Why would they be mad about it? It's like, well, he lied good, I guess, or they all gave him a standing ovation or whatnot. It could be the worst thing in the world, whatever he's saying. It don't matter anymore. Why even point it out? I mean, I guess he got to. You're supposed to, but it ain't like, oh, big surprise, Kevin McCarthy's a hypocrite. I don't know anybody that's that shocked.
Tucker Carlson and Matt Gaetz went after him, but then he got the standing ovation. So it's hard to say. He'll probably be all right.
I mean,
being sleazy, he ain't exactly.
At this point, after all what he's done in his lifetime as a human being, as just as someone to live their life, if you believe in things like karma or whatever, there's nothing that man deserves more than being Speaker of the House.
With these Republicans.
Yeah, you got Carl, you got Brown or whatever her name is. Yep, you got, hell, Jim Jordan, that's bad enough. He thinks that he'd be all right with him, but then you got Matt. No, see if you get anything done. Good luck. I'm sure they'll find a way to hurt people. Don't get me wrong. They will definitely come together every now and then to hurt American citizens. But other than that, no, they ain't going to get nothing done. They're going to fight and holler and scream. Who went to the white supremacist thing this week? Who went last week? I didn't go. I didn't know what it was. On and on and on.
I would have gone, but I didn't get an invitation.
Couldn't go. I was busy. Couldn't get there in time. I had a deposition I had to get to. Couldn't get to the white supremacist thing in time.
I've already seen all those white supremacists in person. I was hoping they'd have a different lineup.
Yeah, the ones I couldn't see, I made sure I called each and every one of them, spoke to them or a close member of the family.
So, yeah, they'll have fun. Mark Meadows, also the text. Mark Meadows' text. We can talk about that. Rick Perry's text.
There's thousands and thousands of Mark Meadows texts that we're going to be hearing about until people just don't give a damn anymore, which I think we passed a while back. Some of it's funny. Him and Hannity going back and forth. First off, Hannity's like, well, we got to do something about, there's no way Trump could have won those states. No, sir, we got to get to the bottom of this. And then later on, months later, after they've lost every court case or whatnot, Hannity's on the Meadows going, these wackos, they really hurting the cause. We got to get rid of these crazy people. What is going on? Other than slight amusement, I don't know what any of them going to do. January 6th committee going to try to do something. What? I don't know. We're all looking at him now.
J.D. Vance. We can talk about J.D. Vance.
I just let them talk about J.D. Vance. Why don't they?
I guess we should just talk about the fruit. Trump was really scared of the fruit that could get thrown at him by protesters.
Well, let's be clear now. We don't want to misquote the president. Dangerous fruits, I believe. Am I right? It ain't just fruits.
Donald Trump worried dangerous fruits could be thrown at him by protesters, a new deposition reveals. It's very dangerous stuff, Trump said. You can get killed with those things. Invoking a fruit basket worth, this is Business Insider, a fruit basket worth of potential projectiles, including tomatoes, pineapples, bananas.
I don't know. I can't speak for other Americans, for anybody who listens on here, but I have to say, when I heard this story, I find it for some reason oddly comforting knowing that man lives in constant fear of being hit with a pineapple. I don't know why that makes me relaxed. It shouldn't. I'm not proud of this. I'm a little bit ashamed, but that
talks about cartoons. In cartoons, if you get hit with a pineapple, you turn into Carmen Miranda. It's a little racist, sexist, probably, but it would
get hit with it or land on your head.
I mean, they can throw it. I think there's somewhere they throw it and hit you with it, but then it like your head turns into like Carmen Miranda, a fruit.
All right, yeah.
There was an alert. He said, I guess there was a fruit alert. There was a part.
I missed the fruit alert. I don't know if I heard.
He didn't say. He said, we were told The lawyer says, how did you become aware that this whole thing's pretty good? How did you become aware that there was a threat? Yeah, I got to go back up. Sorry, I'm backing up a little bit. We were threatened, Trump replied. With what? The lawyer asked. They were going to throw fruit, Trump said, of protesters at the rally in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We were threatened. We had a threat. We were told. I thought Secret Service was involved in that, actually, but we were told, and you get hit with fruit. It's very violent stuff. We were on alert for that. Fruit alert.
Yeah.
This is when he said, if you see somebody ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them. That's what Trump said. That was to the audience, Trump said. It was sort of said in jest, but maybe, a little truth to it. This is a deposition. It's very dangerous stuff. You can get killed with those things. And somebody says, so you were trying to incentivize people to engage in violence. Objection, said the campaign's lawyer. Trump answered anyway. This is really good. No, I wanted to have people be ready because we were put on alert that they were going to do fruit. And some fruit is a lot worse than tomatoes are bad, by the way, but it's very dangerous. Because they're talking about tomatoes. He wants to make sure people know it's not just tomatoes. Now, I wanted them... He continued, no, I wanted them to watch. They were on alert. I remember that specific event because everybody was on alert. They were going to hit hard. Do you have any knowledge as to whether or not anybody was found to have tomatoes in their possession on that date? He didn't know. No tomatoes were found.
Yeah.
The speech was good, he added. Well, a tomato, a pineapple, lots of other things they throw. Yeah, if security saw that, I would say you have to. And it's not just me. It's other people in the audience get badly hurt. Yeah, I think that they have to be aggressive in stopping that if it happens.
At some point deep into his presidency, when we did one of these, as we was talking, I don't know if you remember, I remember this vividly, and I still stand by this. In no way in talking about this were we suggesting or advising anyone to act in this way or to be silly. But I think we said if he was egged coming off Air Force One, getting out of the limousine, stepping outside, if he was egged pretty severely, it would take that 3 times before he would resign from the presidency. Again, we weren't telling anybody to do that. We don't think anybody, you shouldn't do that. That's terrible. But had that happened to him the 3rd time, I still stand by that. He would have enough of that. Nope, not doing this anymore. To hell with this.
No, there's too much that he's not in control of there. Looking stupid, looking wet, getting hit with an egg.
Yeah.
So if at 3rd time, he would have been gone. I do think that's true. That's why
I
he's
believe
worried about
that's
with
true.
these
Yeah.
tomatoes too.
I tried to be president. I tried to save this country. I tried to make it greater again, and this is how I'm treated. Hey, everybody. Hope you're still here with us. Hope you didn't get tired of it. Just yammering on and turn it off. I hope you're still listening. If you are, we thank you.
Folks, people, it's good that to be with you still. Jackie's right. Sometimes maybe we do tend to go on too much, but it's only because our hearts are full of passion.
Passion?
We have passionate hearts.
Oh, yeah. A heart, yeah.
Wasn't that John Ritter, Marky Post show? You remember what I'm talking about? Jackie, by the way, I have to stop. I have to put a stop to all proceedings. I don't even know how to talk about this, Jackie. I know that we got to get on with our sponsors. I don't want to waste any time. I don't know if this is something we've talked about on here to make it fit into this slot where we talk about our Patreon. I will say this could be something that we've talked about on Patreon before, because I do think we tend to talk about dogs here and there, especially dogs like Spuds McKenzie.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been here, could have been there. What about Rude Dog? Did we talk about Rude Dog here or on our Patreon only podcast, which you can get when you give us $5 or more every month? Sign up over at patreon.com/Red State Update. Jackie, when did we talk about Rude Dog and the Dweebs cartoon from 1989? they're doing a reboot of Rude Dog and the Dweebs.
I don't remember talking about that because I don't know if I remember what it is.
It was on a shirt, and then the shirt dog got its own cartoon. It was only on for like 3 months because people were like, hell, I can just look at this on a shirt. And now somebody's said Rude Dog and its brand left an indelible mark on its generation. Nick Izzy of Red 20 announced after receiving creator Brad McMahon's blessing to revive the show. Audiences have embraced the wide spectrum of adult animation, from joke-heavy comedies to sophisticated tales of reconstruction, which is exactly the vibe Rude Dog evokes. Listen, I don't know what I stumbled across because it's not like the whole internet is lit up with news of the Rude Dog and the Dweebs reboot. This, honestly, the more I read it, this sounds like somebody put out a press release that shouldn't have access to the machinery that lets you put out a press release. Or maybe in a year, we're all going to be Rude Dog mad.
I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is.
Who else I can talk to about stuff like this except for y'all people?
We have to talk to them because I don't remember. Spud McKenzie, I remember. Now
Sure.
he could never have no cartoon because of beer. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that held him back, and also the only thing that made him great. Is that strange how it works, isn't it?
It's like a lot of people I know.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for this Rude Dog thing, and somebody tricked somebody into giving it. Listen, I hope everybody gets rich off of Rude Dog or gets rich again. I ain't here to cast aspersions on any dog, rude ones or not, shirt-based dogs or not. I hope every dog gets its own cartoon show someday. That's a business we should get into, Jackie.
Making cartoons out
of people's dogs.
Oh, people's dogs, yeah.
We would do the animated opening to a Saturday morning cartoon based on your dog. You send us a name, age, a little bit of information, and we'll send you the animated opening to a cartoon based on your dog for $5,000.
It's going to take me that much to go to learn how to make a cartoon. I don't know how to do it.
That's all computers.
Well, I don't know how to work a computer, barely. We could write little jingles like something that we could do for, I don't know if it costs $5,000, maybe $500, write an opening cartoon song for your dog.
I think it's going to be a thing if we just put them off, if we get a lot of their money, and then we say, well, we want it to be good, so it's going to take us about another year. In a year, Jackie will be able to go, Alexa, make us a cartoon dog show.
That's true. That's
3
true.
minutes of it.
That's true. You're right about that.
And in the meantime, we're down in Panama City Beach, living large.
But yeah, you just send us a picture of your dog. Tell us 3 or 4 things. You know, all the dogs got little things that at least you think are unique to it. It probably ain't because most dogs alike. I mean, they are. They say kind of the same, even different breeds, whatnot, but still. But, you know, little peculiar things that you think your dog is just exclusive. And, you know, just 4 or 5 things about your dog. Tell us its name. Show us a picture of it. Yeah.
I bet if we set this up, the first call would be, hi, my name is Nick Izzy of Red 20 Productions, and my dog's name is Rude Dog, and I need this as soon as you can get it to me. He's a real joke-heavy comedy, and he's a sophisticated tale of reconstruction. And his friends are the dweebs. So that's patreon.com/Red State Update. Go on over there if you want to give us $5 or more a month. We've got nearly 200 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlaps you can listen to. We're making more all the time. In between talking about the news and talking about what we're talking about right now, we did another 20 extra minutes for this week. We talk about cake.
Oh, it's pretty much about hand cake. Yeah, cake.
The whole time.
The whole time talked at 20. If that sounds like what you think is worth $25, here two old white men talk about cake for 20 minutes or longer.
It's $5, Jackie. They give us $25. Hell, we'll make them a cake.
No, that's sponsors, $25. Yeah.
I get it all mixed up.
I get it mixed up. I'm getting up there in age, people. Forgive me.
We just have a column in our mind that's like money people give us, and it just kind of gets tangled up sometimes.
It's either $5 or $25. It's not that hard to keep separate. Yeah, I don't know why. I just want to, I just forgive me. $5 more, get 20 minutes talking about cake. Quincy, you go the gamut. I can't even remember all of it. There's so many. Probably Dracula and Frankenstein a lot too. Star Trek recently, there's kind of people to say they enjoyed hearing us talk about Star Trek. So, can you talk about Star Trek some more? Thank you, kind of, for liking our Star Trek talk. I've been watching Star Trek since it come on back in the day. I can talk about it in any old time and easily for 20 minutes. So I'm expecting some more Star Trek talk over there, probably. Just, any old show, really, pretty much any old TV show, and any kind of sweet treat you're going to hear 20 minutes. A lot of times, way over 20 minutes. You never know, but never under. You're going to get your 20 minutes worth and every time and a little bit more, something special. So we thank each and every one of you over there that helps support us here, helps us keep this computer, the wires plugged up, all of it going. How it works, I don't know, but thank God we got the money and the technology to do it, and half of it we wouldn't have if it weren't for you. We also got to thank our local sponsors here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. That's where we're podcasting from live. I guess at the moment it won't be when you hear it, but right now, I mean, we're doing it now, so here we are. There's local sponsors located here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, places to eat, places to go, things to do, new inventions. Engagements, festivals, events, you name it. If you want to do it, you can do it here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and there's going to be things you can do here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I guarantee you can't do anywhere else. So if you're from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, you already know that. But if you're traveling through, listen here, and you're going to be there next week, you may hear something good on here about our local sponsors. And first, before we get to our local sponsors, I want to do a little thank you. I don't do that much. Casey used to do that years ago. Didn't he thank people or something? He'd get on there and thank them.
Yeah, just
Paul Harvey used to do it too.
All of them. Well, I think
thank you very much. I can't do Paul Harvey, and that's thank you very much or something like that. Wasn't that his saying?
That was what he used to say all the time. Yeah. And sometimes he'd do it sarcastic, like if he didn't want thank you, like, it was a Democrat.
Yeah. But he had his ways. Yeah, But they both thank people, and I don't do it enough other than thanking our Padron on the Padron, the $5 a month. I always thank you guys, but I want to thank someone that's come to my aid, and I'm sure plenty of other people as well, or will be coming, if not yet. But I can speak on their behalf and let you know that this man's done wonders for me, for no other reason than to just want to do what's right in this country for people, for people who are being oppressed in some way. And it turns out there's a lot of people being oppressed.
This is good, Jackie. I'm glad you're really developing your social conscience.
Well, if I weren't in a situation that I'm sure lots of Americans are, come to find out, I thought, mine was a special case, but turns out it isn't. Now, Lord knows I've received various cease and desist orders. I have been sued numerous times. I've spent far too many days, times, weeks, years of my life standing in a courtroom, waiting to hear what somebody's going to do to me next. Fortunately, I haven't ever had to serve time. I haven't lost a whole lot of money by doing this. But I tell you what, I've been through the ring. If this just what being an American, just trying to get through your day-to-day life, doing what you're doing and constantly getting sued. That's the only thing I guess I got in common with the ex-president Trump is that we tend to get sued a lot. I don't steal nothing. I try not to lie. I certainly haven't swindled an entire country. At least I don't think I have. But yeah, I wind up in court way too much, and many times I've had to, scream and save, get to the bottom of the piggy bank, had to get me a fancy Nashville lawyer to handle a situation. I've had a few lawyers from here and some other places too, as well. I don't mean to besmirch them, but everybody knows if you want a good lawyer, if you want something to go away quick, get it taken care of, paid for, whatever you got to do, you need a good Nashville lawyer to get it done, because they'll get it done for a price, but they will get the job done. And Lord knows I put me in the, close to the poorhouse as I've ever been, having to deal with that. And but here's a lawyer I want to thank. I want to thank this gentleman. And he is not a Nashville lawyer, but he's as good, I'm going to say, as any Nashville lawyer that I've personally ever had to deal with. He is a Las Casas lawyer. Proud to say, I'm sure he's proud to be from there. And then I just want to thank you right now. Let me get it out of the way. Gumby Meatmeyer of Meatmeyer and Peach Paw, the firm he worked for, he's done wonders for me. And I don't know if y'all heard last week, I found myself in a little bit of legal trouble again, believe it or not, just going about my day, just trying to get through, do what you got to do to put food on the table, do whatever you do, just to be in peace in this world. And sure enough, lawsuits, cease and desist, all this, these booty bird people, I tell you what, they don't let up. And I thought I had it bad. I've heard so many stories from Gumby Meatmeyer, you wouldn't believe what these booty bird people are doing. He want to make a point, and he's doing this for free. He is an activist lawyer, and by God, we need an activist lawyer against these booty. He says this to me over. He says, Jackie, these booty bird people think they own every person, and more importantly, every bird. You think every bird that gets out there and shakes his butt at you on the computer, shake his tail feathers or whatever, he said, you think every bird that does that, you own them? You get to tell them what they can or can't do, when they shake your booty, when not to shake your booty, when to say booty or whatever it is they do? No, sir, you do not. There are plenty of birds out there shaking their tail feathers and doing all sorts of different things, or people dressed as birds, I should say, doing the same thing or acting the same way. And booty bird, you do not, as a corporation, you don't own all these hardworking Americans like myself, which I was trying to just be an overall model. And next thing I know, I got you represent me, and you're dressing me up like a booty bird, sending me to hand out flyers at the water bid. And sure enough, these booty bird people said, no, you are not booty bird or booty bird. What was it you said to say? Say booty bird man. Say booty bird man. Nope, they don't want you saying that either. Nope, they come down hard on me. Nope, they going to put me in the poorhouse or close to it with all these lawsuits and everything else. And I tell you what, here comes Gumby Meatmeyer, represents me, helped me legally to some workarounds. I was not happy handing out flyers for a damn water bear store dressed in a booty bird outfit. No, I wasn't happy doing that. That's not what I expected to do. I thought I'd be modeling some overalls, but no, put on the booty bird suit, get out there, hand out the flyer, whatever. But I said I was going to be there and do it. You set it up, unbeknownst to me. You misled me. You Dunlap, you, not our listeners, but you who was sitting right there, knowing better, sit me down there to look like a fool. But I said, no, I'm a man of my word. He lied, and I let him know that. But I'll do this. If you're in a bind, I'll let you do. I help you out. And then I put on the booty bird outfit and went out there and shook my bird, handed out the flyers for the water bid, the specials, the deals, whatever they're doing, layaway. I don't know what it was. I didn't look at it. But I did it. And what do I get for showing up, working hard, not leaving someone in the gulch, not leading them all, they what would they have done? Nobody would know about their water bed if it were for me out there. It's a domino effect. Is what it is. The way Gumby Meatmeyer, and it all starts knocking us all down is the Booty Bird Corporation. And they have no right to put me out of work. They have no right to prevent people from knowing about great deals for water beds. Got no right at all to that. Don't own all the birds, he said. Booty birds, you may think you the top bird, but you ain't. And there are plenty of birds out there that shake a tail feather that may even say booty or not say booty. That you don't control them, you don't own them. This is a free country. Booty Bird did not make the laws. Booty Bird did not write the Constitution. And I tell you what, the Gumby Meatmeyer of the farm Meatmeyer and Peach Ball, he come to my defense, come out. He heard about my plight. I explained to him, and he gave me a few legal workarounds. I'll have, that's using a good, I was going to say Nashville lawyer mind, which he's got one just as good, but he's a Las Casas lawyer. Sat down with me, and I tell you what, my situation has completely turned around. I can't keep my phone from ringing. Everybody want me to come there. A furniture store wanted me to be there. Last week, I cut the ribbon at a bank. I went on church on the ground sort of thing. I went out there and walked around. People took pictures with me. Food on church grounds. They spend a whole day out there and making a little money. And I offered this money. What little money I'm making, I ain't a rich man, but I ain't trying to be rich. Just trying to do different things, find something to do. I could be a Walmart greener, sure, but why not be an overall model? But it turns out I offered this money to Gumby Meatmeyer. I said, here, all of you do, you deserve this more than me. He said, no, sir, I won't take that money. He says, I thank you. You're a working man. You work out. No, sir. He is an activist lawyer. Whatever you want to do with that, say with it. But he is acting hard for me. I tell you what, and I can't thank him enough. And I tell you right now, my sponsor this week to get to that is Rabbit Shit Magazine once again. You think, Jackie, why would you let Rabbit Shit Magazine be your sponsor after what they did to you? Threw you off the pages, I don't know if I was going to be on the cover, but if I was, they threw me off of there too. You can't be Booty Bird or Booty Bird man. We don't want none of your legal trouble. We don't want to have nothing to do with you. You should know better than that, you crazy old man. You ain't going to be in our magazine. There ain't going to be no overall spread in this magazine. No, sir, not with you in it. Sure enough, they put, I don't need to bring him up, but I will, Brushy Bird, to put him in there, food all over his damn self. That's what they think is funny or good, and so be it. That's fine. Rabbit Shit Magazine, it's free country. You publish whatever you want. But once Rabbit Shit Magazine got wind of what's been going on in this community, Murfreesboro, Rutherford County area, everywhere these signings and fundraisers and there was an award thing. They asked me to come and hand down a little award. Local, I think it was Murfreesboro Play Actors Club have a little award thing. I had to come down there. I put this little suit on. Went there. There's no place. I ain't done nothing. There's restaurants. I went to. I can't get to all of it. I'll be quite frank with you. I can't handle it all. I may have to get somebody else to come in and play this character too. And I tell you, this is one I wasn't crazy about being dressed up like Booty Bird. I thought it was stupid. I think Booty Bird is stupid. And now that I know all the transgressions of how it's treated this country and how it's treated citizens of this country, now I hate it even more. Makes me sick to know that I was walking around dressed up like Booty Bird man. It's embarrassing. I was uneducated. I didn't know. Gumby has helped me see the light, and he's been there to help me out. And I tell you what, now that I took the head off, I just took the head off the suit. Just take it off, lay it down. Now you see me, my full beard, the whole bit. There's Jackie Bowles right there. Sure, he got some tail feathers. There's some, feathers on the side, but it's Jackie Bowles, obviously. But no, sure, it is Jackie Bowles. I tell you who it is. And of course, everybody in Murfreesboro knows by now. It is Booty Man Bird. That's right. Booty Man Bird. There ain't no place you can go right now. In Murfreesboro out here, somebody saying, is he going to be at your store opening? Is he going to come here at the sale you do? Where's that Booty Man Bird at? That's right. And it's just me wearing, what used to be Booty Bird. And they don't own it. That's what Gumby said. You don't own feathers. How can you trademark what God give all birds? How can you trademark that? Can't nobody do that but God. He always says, Birdie Bird Corporation, let's say you squat over a nest and lay an egg. Let's see you do that. Let's see you make a bird. And once you do that, that's his legal thing. Once you lay an egg, then we'll talk. But all them cease and desist orders gone, null, whatever you want to call it, void, null and void.
Wait, so a lawyer who hates Booty Bird.
Well, corporation people behind Booty Bird ain't real. Booty Bird's a little thing that's on the computer. Go Booty, shakes your tail feather at you. It's cartoon or whatever it is.
Booty Bird was going to sue you because you were Booty. You weren't saying Booty Bird man. You were just saying you was Booty Bird.
Well, you're the one that told me to dress up and like it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my damn idea. It was you that sent me there and put the outfit on.
And then you got yourself in trouble with
in trouble. You did. And Booty Bird had no right of doing what they did, but still, you should have known better that they was going to do it.
And here comes this organizer, Gumby. What's his name? Meatmeyer?
Gumby Meatmeyer of Meatmeyer and Peachpaw.
Is he the Meatmeyer and Peachpaw?
He's the old man Meatmeyer's son.
Oh.
But he's a lawyer. I mean, he passed the bar and all that. He just, he ain't the Meatmeyer of the Meatmeyer Peachpaw. He's the son of the Meatmeyer Peachpaw.
It helps to know who Daddy is.
Well,
so this little lawyer boy comes in. The rich daddy says, I hate Booty Bird. I hate him, and here's how you beat him. You call yourself Booty Man Bird and take off the head of the suit, who, by the way, those suit people have still been asking about that suit.
Well, they can have the head back, and they can talk to Gumby about that. They can talk to Gumby Meatmeyers, who they can
I'm afraid they'll take. You send the head of the suit back to these people, they're going to take that as a challenge, a threat.
Why?
I mean, that's straight out of The Godfather. Well,
what is?
The Booty Father, which is the TikTok parody of The Godfather that the Booty Bird people are working on.
Why?
Because kids on TikTok really into The Godfather. So you did all that, and now all of a sudden Booty Bird Corporation is satisfied, and now you are making money?
That was not planned on it. We thought we were just working a way to get them off our backs. I'll be honest with you. Gumby was honest with me, I should say. Gumby Meatmeyer said, I didn't expect this, but all power to you. It's such a good thing, such a good thing to know. Like I said, I tried to pay him. Said, here, take this money. You did this, not me. He said, no, sir.
I do wish that as much as I want to call you stupid, ignorant, dumbass,
shut your mouth,
unbearable, hard to sit in the same room with you.
Whatever.
As much as I'd love to say that,
sure.
What I have to say is congratulations, and it sounds to me like what you need, Jackie, is management, proper management.
No, look, I got next month's spread in Rabbit Shit magazine all on my own. Gumby didn't have nothing to do with it. They contacted me. They apologized. They said it was a misunderstanding. They said they did talk to Gumby after that, and they understood that it was Booty Bird to put them in that situation, the corporation that put them in that situation, and they had a few things. They may be, getting the services of Gumby Meatmeyer now for whatever reason. I don't want to get into that. I can't speak on behalf of Rabbit Shit magazine. All I can say is that they're my sponsor this week, and next month you're going to see right there in the pages. You're going to open up. It'll be Booty Man Bird's magazine debut. Next month issue, Rabbit Shit magazine. Get out there. I did it on my own. I don't need no management. Gumby didn't even help me do that.
Well, Jackie, if you're in Rabbit Shit Magazine next month, with the proper management, hands-on management, which I would give you 24/7, thinking about Jackie Broles and Booty Manbird's career, next month you could be in Rabbit Piss Magazine.
Well, I don't even know if there is such a thing. I'm surprised it's Rabbit Shit Magazine. I just say it now because I'm used to it. It's a thing. I don't
Rabbit Piss Magazine's a thing.
Well,
too.
I don't know about it. You got to prove that to me. I don't know.
It's like Rabbit Shit Magazine, just a little classier.
Well,
Jackie, listen. I don't want to beg. My sponsor this week is Dunlap. Top overall model management.
Wow.
Management. I need clients.
You don't know. You too busy, remember? You too busy. Brushy this, Brushy. You got to go everywhere, Brushy, and say him get every kind of food all over himself. That's you. You too busy doing that. No. I'll find some proper management, someone that's got time to devote on my career, to someone to help me go up them ladders of success. No, I'll find somebody better suited to be there for me when I need them, and not send me out somewhere to get me in legal trouble handing out flyers, which I don't mind handing out flyers. I just didn't like doing it that time because I've gone back to the waterbed and just, it's not his booty bird or booty bird man, but his booty man bird. I'm happy to pass out flyers. Don't have a problem with that. Again, I wasn't looking down on that. Let's make that clear. But you set me there under false pretenses to them and me. No, sir. I won't get professional management. Thank you very much. I appreciate the offer. I appreciate the desperation, I guess. But nope. I'm moving up the ladder, so I'm gonna need a management to meet me up there. I don't want to have to climb back down and help my management along. No, thank you. I'll take it.
It's just Brushy. It's just, you got to be careful, Jackie. I've lived through it. Brushy was a rocket ship, and now he's sputtered out. Now he's which is the one that blew up.
How long is anybody going to watch someone spill food on themselves?
Okay.
5 minutes may be funny.
Right.
Maybe it's funny if you had a gathering or something, family reunion. Oh, look, Uncle Joe got pie all over his shirt or whatever the hell. Yeah, sure, that's funny for 5 minutes. It's not funny the fourth time he did it. Then it's kind of gets sad. Then it kind of gets like, is he okay? Has he had a stroke? What's wrong with him? No, it ain't funny after so long.
No, hashtag Brushy Summer has turned into hashtag Brushy Bummer. Nobody wants to see messy mouth TikTok. Don't even exist anymore. Everybody got tired. TikTok trends do not last. Let me tell you.
I don't even know what it is. I don't know where it started, let alone lasted.
Brushy Eats was his TV show coming on the new streamer Super Cheesy Chili Dog Plus. Super Cheesy Chili Dog shut it down. It just started. It hadn't even been up for a month. Super Cheesy Chili Dog Plus, you can't even find it anymore on your damn Fire Stick. It just don't exist.
Why?
It didn't even last for a month. It lasted, CNN Plus lasted longer than well, that's actually not true. Super Cheesy Chili Dog Plus lasted longer than CNN Plus. I was just looking at it's really close, but yet the Chili Dog Network outlasted CNN Plus. But it doesn't matter in the end, so now everybody's out of work.
Maybe Chris Wallace go work at Chili Dog. Yeah.
Well, they can't. I mean, he probably would. Maybe they were talking to him. Mike Wallace's son can't get work at CNN Plus or Super Cheesy Chili Dog Plus, and neither can Brushy. Sloppy Farmer magazine canceled their cover shoot. They said they're ceasing publication. They said the market for sloppy farmers just isn't what it used to be. Napkin Needed magazine said right now that they're moving in a different direction. I said, well, what other direction can there be for Napkin Needed magazine? Hung up on me. They were on a landline. The Gravy Jacket at Burlington Coat Factory. Turns out, lets that gravy come right through the jacket, stain your shirt. Brushy was the face of Gravy Jacket. The Beard Pick water-based beard targeted food remover with steady stream technology, a Target exclusive. Target said, you know what? We don't really want to encourage people with sloppy beards to come to Target.
Yeah. I don't blame them.
Nobody. The vinyl division of Hosable Fashion shut down their Oopseralls line. He was supposed to wear them to the World Workwear Awards in June. I don't even know if he's going to be nominated at this point.
Probably
he
not.
had World Workwear Award buzz, and now it's all gone. Now I got nothing. They come back. Rabbit Shit Magazine sent me that preview box of the Rabbit Shit Magazine preview box. They sent me a whole one. It was just full of pictures of Brushy Bird. They said, no, we don't want this getting out. So this could be a collector's item because of how terrible it is. And Brushy said, you know what? I never should have been this bird. I should have just been what I am. A man with a beard who gets food all over himself.
Nobody wants to see that either. I
think that's the part. The bird stuff is still seems to be going strong.
It depends on how you do it. That's all I got to say. And I don't mean as an insult to Brushy. Like I said, he could have had a stroke. That may be why he passed stuff off. I don't mean to make fun of it.
He did.
Well, there you go. See,
he did. We found out he did. The doctor said, Brushy Bird, what's spilled on your leg? You eat some chili, then you laid an egg. Also, you had a stroke.
Well, it ain't as cute then, is it?
No,
nope.
It ain't. And we filmed that for TikTok, and that went up, and people said, this is just a fucking bummer.
Hey, watch your mouth. I don't know what they say on there, but they don't need to say it on
Denise, that's what they say. Denise said, he's stroke or no stroke, he's fine. He's always been a sloppy mouth. He just always been a sloppy mouth.
Well, that's true, yeah.
So, but Brushy said, let me know if we wind up going to the World Workwear Awards in June. I'm like, June is a long time. I don't know why we said this was in June. We should have said it was in May. Because it's like 4 weeks away. Anyway, Brushy and I have parted ways. All my money's dried up. The bird soup people are asking for their deposits. Booty Bird people who last week said imitation was the sincerest form of splattery. Now they're thinking about suing me. Who was this lawyer you've been talking to?
Well, he's pretty busy right now, so I don't know if he got he works specifically with people dealing with, not food on their face. I'll put it that way. It's usually bird related or bird soup related incidents, but I think you got too much food spilling in yours for them to even pay attention. He busy. He busy.
It's just like they say, you gotta be nice to the people on your way up because you see them when you come back down. And it was you that they were talking about. I didn't know you'd be going up too. I thought they just meant that you'd still be a little person in the same place without any success. I didn't know, to make matters worse, you'd be having success while I would be being a new failure. Well, that saying is not clear, and it's so much worse than the way they make it sound.
Well, I was the last person expecting success and fame, especially at this stage in life, but I have to be honest, I'm enjoying every minute of being Booty Man Bird. I can do again, I'm not the sponsor of Rabbit Shit Magazine. You'll learn a lot more about Booty Man Bird when you get that next month. But I'm talking with Gunby. I'm gonna get a kind of a play, kind of a set, a standard, how much to rent for this, an hour, percentage, that sort of thing. We're working on all that. He's kind enough to help me on that. But yeah, parties and birthdays or something like that, schools, things for children, whatever it is you need for Booty Man Bird. Hopefully I'll be able to offer it to you all here pretty soon. Just keep your ears posted and keep listening, and you're gonna learn a lot. And I'm looking forward to learning a lot with you.
Well, I'm not too proud to learn nothing.
No.
Or to ask you for $1,500.
$1,500.
I need $1,500.
Well, I ain't got it.
Well, what about your money? Your
I'm saving that for something else. I was going to give it to Gumby. I'm saving it for something else. I mean,
he don't need it. You think a meat buyer needs all that money?
He don't need it. He told me he don't need it. I know he don't need it. I'm saving it for something for me.
Oh. Well, you don't need it either.
Go ask Brushy for $1,500. Why don't you? You gonna get money, maybe, but it's gonna have chili or whatever else on it.
That's true. I saw him take a $5 out of his billfold to leave a tip, and it was full of slaw. I said, we didn't even eat no slaw. He said, hell, I don't know when this is from.